because today is the happiness day. Hmm? India ranked 126 out of 143 countries in World Happiness Report 2024 with a happiness score of 4.054, lower than BRICS nations. To explain international variations in happiness, the report considers six indicators: GDP per person, life expectancy, social support, perceived freedom of choice, generosity, and perception of corruption. Friends, are you happy? I'm happy. There was a song in 1980s that got Oscar. Don't worry, be happy. And even those who didn't understand English, even they used to hum that song. Actually, this news it was there in Business Standard yesterday. And yesterday there were three news uh, in three different newspapers, but related to each other. One relating to happiness, other relating to poverty, and a third relating to health. Don't you think that the three are interrelated? With health only comes happiness, and in the absence of poverty only. But poverty not necessarily directly related to lack of happiness. Blissfulness is there everywhere. There is a very old poem. अगर हवा में प्यार घुला है, हर मौसम सुख का मौसम है. If there is love in the air, every season is a season of bliss. But your research is all these scientific things. At times I don't understand also. This was in Business Standard yesterday. World Happiness Report 2025 is set to launch globally. The report is launched yesterday. The paper got it the day before. All other newspapers they have reported today because today is the happiness day. Hmm? India ranked 126 out of 143 countries in World Happiness Report 2024 with a happiness score of 4.054, lower than BRICS nations. Outside BRICS, Finland topped the list with a score. Most Indian neighbors performed better with Pakistan ranking 108. Pakistan is happier. Nepal is still happier. Myanmar again. Sri Lanka, Bangladesh poor. Happiness scores are based on the Gallup World Poll, which asks respondents to evaluate their current life on a scale of 0 to 10. Ranking reflects 3-year average of the evaluation, 21 to 23 for 24 report. To explain international variations in happiness, the report considers six indicators: GDP per person, life expectancy, social support, perceived freedom of choice, generosity, and perception of corruption. However, the rankings are not directly based on these factors. Then, lower middle age Indians are least happy. Means happiness is more amongst the old. How it is? I doubt what kind of surveys they have. But in any case, the reports that have come today, very interesting in different newspapers. This is हिंदी हिंदुस्तान. खुशहाली के मामले में भारत की स्थिति सुधरी, अमेरिका पिछड़ा. This is the way to capture the attention. America पिछड़ा, as if America is behind India, though it is not the case. Hmm? How many years? What was the status? In 2021, India 136, 20, 24, 18. It's gradually improving, you can say. In 2023, it was 126 and now it is 118. Happiness, Finland, Denmark, they have always been happy. I don't understand why India does not emulate those countries. Happiness should be included in the fundamental right, I would say. Hmm? Very important points this Hindustan has raised. भोजन बांट कर खाने से लोग खुश होते हैं. When you share your meals, what was the philosophy of Baba Nanak? नाम जपो, वंड छको, कीर्त करो. Remember him, share. your food, and work hard. They are following the philosophy of our gurus. We are not. घर के आकार का खुशी से करीबी संबंध. Bigger the house, lesser the happiness. Because lesser will be the interaction between different people. You have very many more Facebook friends, but you do not have even direct talk with your family members. ठीक है. इन 2023 दुनिया भर में 19% युवाओं के पास कोई ऐसा नहीं था जिस पर बुरे वक्त में भरोसा कर सकें. 19% of the youth, they don't rely on, could not rely on anyone. Then you have again today's business standard. India ranks below Pakistan. Again, this is a way to give a catchy news. Whatever is there, it was already there. This is, you can say, a neutral way of reporting, but still, Finns are happiest, Afghans unhappiest, India 8th place, but below Pak and China. This is direct observation only. Then India 118th in World Happiness Report, Nordic nations top again. Then Times of India, Finland crowned happiest country again, India 118th up from 126th, again factual. Interesting thing I'll tell you, uh, PTI is Hindustan Times. This is interesting. India improves to 126. This is last year's. This year is 118. Even the title is wrong. And Hindustan Times, I think one of the prestigious newspapers of the country it is. And this is Tribune. Hmm? India 126 position, reports 2024. I don't know how they are giving these old figures. There is a difference between 126 and 118. Anyway, that was the news. Now, what are the criteria for being happy or being poor? Sorry, being happy or being sad? Happiness depends on how much you trust your environment, all kind of environment, social and economic and psychological and everywhere. And family is the first unit that can make you at ease. And family structure throughout the world. Of course, Scandinavian countries, they have a different thing and we should study them. Ordinarily, we don't include them in the syllabus. But Indian family, of course, it is breaking. In terms of GDP, we may be on the rise. And that's why you may include GDP has nothing to do with happiness as per what I feel. Then this was the second news yesterday. That was in Business Standard. This was in Indian Express. What does it say? Are benefits for poor reaching the poor? Supreme Court is asking. A very interesting thing is the Supreme Court on Wednesday questioned the event of Justice Surya Kant and N.K. Singh was hearing a case. The court had registered the case suo motu to address the concerns of migrant laborers during the pandemic. What is that? The state boasts that per capita income is much above the poverty line. When the question of BPL comes, every state claims 70% of the population is BPL. This is a matter of serious concern which the state must answer and they will never. Hmm? How can these things be reconciled? Our worry is that benefits which are actually meant for the genuinely poor persons, BPL, are those benefits percolating into the pockets and the kitties of those who don't deserve it? Well, I'll say I won't believe that the court is oblivious of this fact that it has to ask this question. Hmm? When you say that GDP is increasing, when you say that people are getting whatever they deserve, when you say that all these needs are being fulfilled, when you say employment rate is on the rise, then why 81 crore people are being fed at the cost of the income tax pays? And another related news, and again it was in Indian Express. What does it say? Health expenditure at 1.84% of the GDP, moving steadily to 2.5. Expenditure at 1.84, moving steadily to 2.5. 2.5 is the target of the state. And what the news says, 1.84 of GDP up from 1.15 in 2013-14 means in 10 years it has moved zero point 0.7, and to increase another 1.4, that means you will need another 20 years. Why the minister is hiding and why the reporter is hiding? And I doubt even in 20 years they will do it, because it has never been a priority. Health has never been a priority. I have made the things very clear that the problem with our health system is the corporates which are responsible for poor health. You have no strict laws against them, and even if there are laws, they are not being followed. One is food processing industries. How many restrictions are there on them? Second is transport industry. And most important is drugs and pharmaceuticals. At what cost the production is, at what cost they are given to the patients, and why. Once it was said, very senior doctor said that if that penny of medicine, if every caution is written over there, if every damage it can cause is written over there, even the doctors won't recommend most of the medicine. Hmm? And again, we talk about health. And in the last video, I told you the better way for the better nutrition is mother's food. Indian mothers are very particular about the nutrition, about the circulation of cereals and all, and they don't repeat. I have shown that the Indian food, if it is applied throughout the world, the world will need only 0.84 of the earth that we have today. Only 84% of the earth will be required. And the government even cannot popularize this, because that will hamper the business of all the three types of corporates which I have told you. The three issues are highly related: health, poverty, and happiness. And all the three must be seen as integrated whole, not isolated, the way reporters give their news. Please comment. Thank you.